145-pound title on the line. Fighter fighting out of the red corner stands 5 foot 6 inches tall with a record of 3-0. Fighting independent, please welcome Christian Coppola.
Now, Coppola, from the video that I've seen, he has very good wrestling and submission skills. In fact, when you see the tattoo over his shoulder,
that's an ominous tattoo, my friend.
yeah, means wrestling.
3-0 independent fighter, a rare sight also.
Yes. That's another thing I noticed, like, even with the normal camp, I'm not seeing the normal coaches that I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing certain coaches with these camps. So we're even seeing maturity of the fighters. We're also seeing the maturity of coaches as well. Like we're seeing Prince Ahmed Khan in the corner. Not as a fighter tonight, he's working as a coach. Brian Battle.
And his opponent, with a 2-1 record, fighting out of Saga MMA. Please welcome Gavin Thomas.
There he is. Gavin Thomas coming out with some serious fanfare. Representing Saga.
In fact, Saga's in both championship matches tonight.
That's true.
They didn't really step their game up as well.
Yeah, 100%.
You've seen, I think Gavin's last fight, he was up in Titans of the Cage up in Virginia. These guys
yeah, I think that Gavin has really turned a corner since Fight For It. I think Fight For It X, Fight For It 11 might have been when he threw Tenarious Dooley.
Oh, yeah.
He's turned a big corner since that happened.
I was like, man, he could take those punches.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
Exactly.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing.
Very similar in build, height, experience.
Gavin Thomas definitely has a layer of intensity in his fighting life. Seems like a really nice guy outside of fighting, but I think that's one thing that he's developed over the course of his fighting career is that killer instinct, that little bit of meanness that you need to really truly hurt people and enjoy it.
Ooh,
big shot already.
What a kick.
Exposes himself to the wrestling, got a nice butterfly hook. Going to use it to get to the full guard. That was a big head kick.
That was outstanding. And from the relaxation you see here, this is where both men want to be anyway.
Yes.
See how calm they are. How Gavin's setting it up, how Coppola's defending. Yeah, they're very relaxed here.
Yeah, it's so precarious when you get to that double overhook on the closed guard, because there's a very limited amount of options that you have from that setup. But
I think he knows he's in there with a wrestler, so
right.
He didn't want to give him that ability to posture up and let his bombs go.
That's true. That's true. And I would say that, one thing we know about Gavin, he's a true mixed martial artist.
Right.
He handled the grappling in the Dooley fight very well. Coppola really trying to step over the triangle and get it out of the equation. Really heavy on that body lock, really heavy on the head.
He's got to get the activity going before the ref steps in.
I'll tell you, it takes a lot for Jason Collins to stand a fight up. How's that for activity?
Going to shelf that leg and work his way forward.
Yeah, Gavin in a bad half guard here. This is not a very workable guard unless you can pass your weight to the outside, get away from the upper body. That leg is basically pinned, and you can see it shelved up on the thigh of Coppola. Kind of useless there. Now it's back in the fight.
Nice.
And this is really where it gets interesting, right? Because this is what wrestlers have a problem dealing with. Yeah, exactly. They really don't like to deal with that. But he just hits the level change and goes right back at it.
And he should pass all the way this time.
He was like, you know what? I don't even want to play legs. Just stand up. I'll take you down again.
Wow.
Oh, Gavin Thomas tries to muscle him over. Doesn't quite always work that well, my friend. Coppola just made his base really heavy. Goes to a knee on belly.
Educated crowd. I just heard 10 people from behind me. Turn it to him, turn it to him. Nice arm control. He's going to shake him off.
Coppola tried the high shelf defense. Thomas tried the high shelf defense, which is dangerous for what you're seeing right here. It's very easy to flatten somebody out when all their weight is forward. So that high shelf, if their hooks are already in, it's very hard to make that work. Unless you're super big in the hips and the waist.
Good round.
Yeah, good,
I like it.
really good round.
I like it.
Very high pace from Coppola in terms of the grappling.
Well,
Gavin's got to find a way to keep it on the feet. It doesn't look like Coppola really has a lot going on in the stand-up.
Right, and I think he had to do the takedowns to control the strike.
And he's not setting them up.
Right, he's
They're
not
just going for
He's
them.
not going to eliminate the striking coming from Gavin, but
Right.
he is going to make him become a bit more measured, and that's going to be good for him. Gavin should just come out, slow things down, so he can see the takedown. Don't aim so much straight for the head. Chop the legs up a little bit. Let the jab work for him. Move on angles. Shots are usually line of sight. Stay out of that line of sight.
We know that Gavin Thomas, one thing that we do know about him is that he does not quit in a fight. He does not give up and roll over. So I expect him to fight hard, even if he gets taken down again by this apparent All-American in Christian Coppola.
See if he sets things up or if he goes with the big bombs again.
His stance is a little wide. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like he's telegraphing the kicks and also feeding the single leg at all times.
Using that head threat to work his way back up.
Yeah. Yep.
Good post, yeah.
He's coming up for the crackdown, and now he's on
Yeah.
top. Oh, wow. Gavin Thomas just hurt him bad.
Yeah.
That's it. Gavin Thomas gets the TKO. After getting held down for 5 minutes straight in the opening round, he did not let that deter him. He
Yes.
came back in a big way, and he hurt Coppola immediately on the stand-up.
Nice.
That's probably the first strike he landed on Coppola clean the entire night. Man, I wish we had our monitor for that one.
It made sense. The strike made sense. He's coming out of the grappling engagement. Using that head
Turn.
threat to work his way back up. I think somehow
Yeah.
Coppola looked like he's
Yep.
beat by
Good
the
post,
post. Good post, yeah.
He's coming up
He
for
felt
the
weird.
crackdown. And
turned.
now he's on
Yeah.
top of limp there.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
That
Gavin
strike,
Thomas
Coppola
just hurt him
went
bad.
to,
That's
the
it.
leg.
Gavin Thomas gets the take. Gavin Thomas loving that one. Got a big crowd of people here to support him. Both these guys really brought out a lot of supporters, honestly.
Yeah, Coppola's still a little busy on his feet. Still a tad bit busy. Good, I like it.
Great performance by Gavin Thomas. He was under fire, under pressure from the heavy wrestling. Second round gets the finish.
I like the fact that
Your winner by referee stoppage in round number 2 due to strike, fighting out of the blue corner and Saga Combat, Gavin Thomas.
that we're saying Saga
Your new 145-pound title holder.
We've got another gem to add to that long list.
Improving their record to 3-2-1.
The last person to hold that belt was Trevor Loken. Look where he's at now.
Coppola's got nothing to be ashamed of. He put up a good fight for what it was.
I mean, he was definitely winning the fight handily when the knockout came.
Quick, it can change.
Yeah, it can be if you're looking to avoid the striking to that level, you have to avoid it entirely.
Well, it's like I said, I thought so many things were the same,
Yeah.
even. Hopefully with the wrestling and Gavin with the jiu-jitsu, I think the striking was a little bit different.